My name's Rob, and I am the ET Whisperer, and that's a clever name that myself and Kalina fell into, so it was a great synchronicity. And the reason that it fits is because throughout the last 7 years, I've contacted or channeled over 100 different ET consciousnesses. I've not done collective consciousnesses as much, but I have tapped into some of those, some Archangel. But for some reason, the ET thing sticks with me very well, and it fits the energy very well, so that's where I like to stay in. Ardeth is an entity who has come into my awareness as soon as I started channeling Treb, but it wasn't the same energy that I understood. He always called him by a different name, and when I was doing a book with Jefferson, a friend of mine, then he came through just for a minute to talk, and ever since then, I wanted to make a better connection with Ardeth, and in the last year and a half, that connection has grown, and it's been very strong. So he will be the one that comes in tonight, and he will be answering questions. Now, most presenters have presented for a nice chunk of time, then take questions. Usually Ardeth doesn't have as much to say about anything. He's very interested about what you guys want to know, so when it comes to it, we'll probably start questions pretty quickly. Whatever he's got to say, he'll say, and then after that, we'll do questions. Yes, very detailed, very intricate with the way it does it. So feel free to ask whatever you guys want. My connection process is a little different than the rest of channelers. It seems a little odd to some people. But basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to breathe for a little bit, and then I'm going to make some very loud oming sounds, and then I'm going to breathe a little more, and then Ardeth will join us. And the oming sounds are resonant tuning. You guys can join along if you want. You guys can breathe while you want. That oming gets your chakras vibrating, and that's how it helps me connect to Ardeth. So enjoy yourself, and remember, every question you ask that's personal in nature is a reflection from your own consciousness. And Ardeth will look at your energy. He'll see any energy that it connects to, through your higher self, through your oversoul, archangels, whatever. He'll see it connecting to it, and then he'll be able to reflect it back from his perception and his connection. So remember to have fun, remember to enjoy yourself, and thank you guys all for coming in here tonight. Thank all of you who are watching from home. It has been an amazing, amazing day, and tomorrow promises to be just as amazing. So thank you guys. I love you guys. All right, I'm gonna take a drink of water. It usually only takes about 3 or 4 minutes to connect, but you'll have fun watching me squirm and making weird noises in the meantime. So, yeah, you got on film now. All right, everybody, enjoy. No. Greetings to you all. This is Ardeth, that is A-R-I-D-I-F, and this is it spelled. I know that many of you have queries of your own in this evening. We will begin in one moment. But first, we wish to discuss the co-creation of the magnitude in which you have all placed your own energy, that you have all placed your own excitement and love, time and effort into making come to fruition for all others in your experience and outside of it in this evening. First of all, when all of you understand that many are aware of what is happening in this moment, in this time, but there are many who have no concept or clue that this event, in the way that it is happening, or that it is happening at all in this evening. But yet those who are around are still affected by your excitement, by your co-create collective consciousness, by your own desires and excitement you build. And this is what we have shared from the beginning of the time that we have come through Rob, and all of the time that we have connected to Treb Yitni and all of humanity. We have connected humanity for thousands of years in different races of humans, or different time periods of humans, different geographies than what we are now. But we always have the capacity to teach and to share what it is that we desire to teach and share with all of you. That is, that you create your own reality from thought. You create your own reality from your conscious mindset. That in your co-creation with others, that you are creating not only the physical structure around you, but all things that accompany the concepts of exchanging energy. Whether you are walking down the street and seeing someone nod and wave, that is a co-creation, but it is also created from yourself. This dynamic is difficult for many humans to comprehend. How are we able to create and co-create? Is the one across from me the one who is being created or is co-creating with me? What we would say to this is it does not matter. What matters is your own excitement in the moment, your own ability to create what you desire in each moment. You take your energy and place it in many thought formats. You place it in many thought forms as you go through the day. You think about the hardships that you've had in your existence, and that because you are who you are and because of your history, you should create more of that, and that is what your life is, and you have settled for it. But we understand that all of you who are here in attendance are starting to see greater aspects of yourself in each moment. You see yourself connecting to other people whose excitement matches. You are co-creating experiences with entities who are not aware of conscious mindset or what the word channeling means, but yet you see them liven up. You see their eyes sparkle. You see them come to an excitement in their own capacity to help co-create more excitements. That is what this evening is about, is excitement. It is about creation. It is about co-creation. What we have shared and what we will always share is that we have a part in sharing our love with you, and you may do with it as you desire. You may take the love that we send you and use it for your own manifestations of excitements, your own co-creations, or you may leave it at the door. We do not mind what you do with the love we give you. We just wish to send you this love. And this is why we express in all time periods that above all things that have been spoken of in this evening by ourselves, is that you are loved is the most important point. When you say the words that you are loved, it brings you an experience that feels different than when someone expresses that I love you. When I love you, this means that two separate entities that are segregated from one another share love and send it to another person who then accepts it. But when you are loved, then that is all that needs to be said. Love is around you. If you desire it, you can accept it and manifest with it. Love is what creation is. It is what all consciousness is made from. And you as a non-physical entity are aligned with that energy. If you desire to realign with yourself, all you must do is open yourself for the experience. Now, a part of that experience is understanding things upon a deeper level. So what we can share with you in this evening is perhaps give you a reflection on the questions you desire in order to co-create a better understanding for you to open your own energy up to the more love around you if you desire. And if you do not, we are still here to share it. You may begin with your queries at your leisure.
You are loved, Ardeth, and I respect you very much, but I humbly request, please bring Treb, please.
Yes, and you are loved also, Savita. One moment, and Trebor Yitni will come to say hello for one moment.
Thank you.
Good evening, Savita.
I love you, Treb.
Yes, and it is very exciting to see you this evening.
It's always a treat, Treb. I know I waste so much of time, expressing myself, but let me jump into the question. A lot of churning going on in me, so can you tell me what my higher self trying to give me message? And another part is I'm having my right eye flicking from quite many days. Does it has any message, or is just a body something doing?
Yes, first of all, we wish to explain to you your second question and answer this first. When your eye is twitching, this muscle feels as if it is convulsating within your head, and as you are doing this, that is both energetic and physical in nature. As you are experiencing that, your third eye is opening more and more, and as the energy flows more deeply through, it sends energetic waves throughout your physical body, and as the energetic waves come out to the physical body, your right eye and left eye sometimes begin to flicker, but it is also a part of your energetic self. There is part of perhaps we believe it is called magnesium that you can have more of that is highly resonant to your physical body. So with those two concepts being shared, this can help you accepting the concept of wisdom within your own experience, not judging wisdom from other entities. For instance, when you hear someone say something that you feel is very stupid or ignorant, try not to judge them too harshly, as it is their truth and they are only sharing a part of themselves with you. So to accept that will help allow your third eye flow a much greater resonance from the heart. And as for the concept, when you are looking at your own higher self and the message that you wish to receive, there is a concept of your own higher self that expresses there is a great deal of backwards and forwards that your mind and heart play, that in your own essence of playing that tug of war, that sometimes allowing yourself to experience the greater aspects of both at the same time, this can be very helpful. And we know that it is hard for most humans to experience the concept of sharing the mind and heart space, where one seems to pull you one way and the other seems to pull you the opposite way. But as you are connecting to both the mind and the heart, what we can suggest to you is to open your heart and allow thoughts through, but try not to make them where they are too taxing on you by judgment. So the judgment concept is very applicable to both of these concepts.
Thank you so much, Rob. You just know what thank you.
Really?
Yes, and you are very welcome, and I also love you very much.
We love you, Treb. We love you.
Yes! We wish to express to you that we love you also, and we will reconnect you to Ardeth. And if we are not connecting again in this evening, we wish to leave you this evening in love and in light, and we will experience each other again very soon. Good night.
Good night.
We are back without hesitation or delay. Yeah. This is Ardeth.
Hello, Aridif.
Yes, greetings.
It's good to hear your voice again, my friend.
Yes.
I've got a question about resistance. Now, there's things in my life that I used to do, that I used to enjoy, that are sort of out of alignment with what I'm aiming for now. with the higher, raising my vibration and consciousness and channeling and stuff. And when I do them things, I feel resistance, more resistance now than I did before. But also, when I do things that are more in alignment with what I want to do, and I'm staying healthy and I'm exercising and just doing everything in a disciplined way, I also feel resistance. So I'm wondering, is there positive resistance and negative resistance, or is it just the way I'm looking at it?
Yes, as you are aware, we do not see in terms of negative or positive. What we see is restriction or lack of restriction. In our perception, there is nothing of the sort that implies that there is such a thing as positive resistance. There is only resistance or non-resistance. And right now, you place yourself in a resistant area. It is because you are too hard on yourself in your thought process. You begin to believe that one thing is better for you than the rest, and that if you step outside of that zone, that you are not doing what you are supposed to do. But what you are supposed to do is be excited and follow that excitement. When you are looking at your conscious thought process when it comes to health, the mindset behind this is just as important as the food aspect or the diet aspect. That when you are looking at how to place an energy within yourself that is positive, your thought process and belief system must be there to back up the food and exercise. So what we suggest to you is continue working within your belief system. Although you are expressing that one side is resistant and the opposite is resistant, you are still not allowing yourself to play with both sides equally. When you are going to the side that says, I am able to relax, I am able to let myself go, there is still resistance there because there is beliefs that are split between the two concepts. When you invest yourself in a percentage of belief, what you are doing is not allowing yourself to create outside of that percentage. So if you are split 50-50, try to add weight on the scale of another side. Try to place your belief systems more strongly in one area than the next and go through that without falter. Do not beat yourself when you cannot go down that path. Accept yourself. Understand that when you are placing your energetic thought process into the entire process of opening yourself up to channel, that when you are thinking about it, then you're doing it wrong. It is a feeling, it is a motion, process that comes in feeling your physical body and allowing to see where resistance lies. When you think of this concept, shut your eyes, place yourself in a pre-meditative state for at least 10 minutes, and then think, why am I not able to channel in the way I desire? You will find resistance come into your body, and it can come in a variance of ways. First, you can feel tingling sensations on your arm. You can feel heat within your head. You can feel cold chills down your neck. All of those are telltale signs that you have resistance in that area. You understand your chakra system well. Look into that. If it is coming in your arm, you know that it is your heart chakra. If it is in your foot, it is your root. If it is in your chest, it is your heart. Assign yourself that chakra. See where the resistance comes from, and then look what in that chakra area am I being resistant about. Oftentimes, when you try to channel, it is not the things that you think are going wrong that are stopping or preventing you. It is your thought process in general being restrictive. It is yourself beating yourself for not being able to channel. When you perceive yourself as a channeled being or as an entity who is able to bring forward a channeled being, then you are 90% of the way there. Continue to work on yourself. Do not be hard on yourself, and allow yourself to shift the 50-50% belief system towards the one that is resonant. And when you close your eyes, when you let go of yourself and ask the question, you will receive which way to shift that percentage. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Aridif. Love and light, my friend.
Yes, it is a pleasure to speak to you again.
Hello, Ardeth. This is Jennifer.
Yes, greetings, Jennifer.
Greetings. I have a question. My husband and I were introduced to a business opportunity, and I'm very excited about it. We've teamed up with a group of people that have created successes, and this is our retirement and our future. And I just wondered if you could read my energy. That's a two-part question, actually. But if there's anything blocking me in my co-creations that I need to eliminate or get rid of, if you could look into my energy field and see where I'm vibrating, I'd love to know what my chakras are doing and how I'm climbing to the 5th. So a
Yes.
little tuning in to me and give
Yes,
me an idea
first
where
of
I'm
all,
humming.
Yes, we understand. And first of all, when you are looking into your energy, there is a bit of fear that goes behind the concept of allowing yourself to be able to financially retire. And if you do an investment and it fails, that energy in itself can pull away from you, that you could lose what you have. That bit of fear that comes not only from you, but the male counterpart in which you are going into this energy with is resistant in that way. It is resistant in the concept that there is fear behind this. Now, we would never express to you what you should or should not do, but in our perception, when going forward in a business venture, if it has great excitement behind and no fear whatsoever, that is the one that we would place our bets on, so to say. So as you are looking at that concept, make sure that there is no energy of fear or resistance within that. If there is money to lose, there is always a feeling for most humanity that there is something in great danger. But if you allow yourself to only look at the exciting parts of it, to understand that as you manifest, even if you were to lose the entirety of your life savings, it would be for the greater manifestations of what you desire, and allow yourself to let go in each moment, then you can do as you desire within your financial realm. But it is difficult for humans to make these decisions when it comes to finances. You have been perhaps conditioned, is the greater word, to look into the financial arena and to place it as if it is a commodity that is as important as the physical life that you have. What you understand is that you desire to place your excitement in something that can help others. That in itself is the energy we would express that is most beneficial to look at. Now, as it goes within your chakra, the first chakra, there is resistance there because of your fear of this concept. It is an undertone fear or underlying fear, but it is still existing nonetheless. There is also a place within your throat chakra that does not always allow you to speak as you desire. So what we suggest, practice going from your heart to your mouth. Practice sharing your truth. Also, as we had suggested to Savita, try to not judge others as they share their information and energy with you. That is one of the things that block the third eye chakra that many are not aware of. That if you judge wisdom, and the combination of wisdom and love lands within the third eye, so once you begin to judge wisdom, then it will cause that flux of resistance within your third eye. Continue placing your energy and excitements would be our greatest suggestion, not only in this venture, but in all ventures. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ardeth. It's humbling and wonderful to be in your presence for the first time.
Yes, greetings to you also.
I'm a light worker and basically just had a question about what I can do more, if I'm on the correct path, and if there's more I can do as a light worker to assist in this whole process that we're all going through. And two, I have a deep connection with the Pleiadians and the Syrians and was wondering if there's something behind that.
Yes, first of all, let us look at the first concept. You desire to know if you are doing what you should be for the collective consciousness. And again, we reiterate the idea that we never tell you what you should or should not do. We also never tell you what your path is, and this is a common misconception with many humans. I feel as if I have come here to do this, but yet they are feeling as if they are not doing that, and that causes great resistance. But the truth is that you as a soul incarnates into a system where anything is allowed, where free will reigns. Yes, you may set yourself up with certain energies to allow co-creation or creation of your desire before you incarnate. But if you do not hit that mark, you are not missing anything. You are still hitting other marks. The oversoul in its essence sees reality in a format of experience only. It does not see the positive, negative, right, wrong. This is correct and incorrect. And this is the way we prefer to see it also. So in the essence, are you doing what you came here to do? Yes, you are here, you are existing, you are speaking the question that is of your highest excitement, and for that we congratulate you. Secondly, what we wish to share with you on your Syrian energy, you are also excited of Pleiadian energy and wonder if your connection is there. Of course it is. All of you are connected to Pleiadian and Syrian energy. Both of those are 1/7 of your stapled energy within your DNA. As you understand, there are 12 portions of DNA within the human race. 12 different entities from throughout the galactic consciousness have come to connect their DNA to yours through 7 different means. So there is always a natural resonance there. But the reason you are feeling that resonance has nothing to do with your DNA. There are guides that are connecting to you, both from Sirius B and also Alcyone, the star within the Pleiadian region. Both of these entities are humanoid in nature. Both of these are connecting to you from the 5th density. They are connecting to you from a place of your dream state. So if you desire to find more about that connection, what we suggest is place an intent within yourself before you sleep. Express to your own higher self that I desire to connect to the guides within Sirius and Pleiades, that I desire to open that dialogue. I wish to also bring back with me the information in my sleep state, and then it will give you a great opportunity to retain. But as we express in all things, do not go into it with anxiety about what the results are. Only go in there with the greatest expression of excitement and love for the entities you desire to connect to, and you will find a great deal more about why you resonate so deeply. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Ardeth. My name is Omaira. and-
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. And I have a question about our hybrid children. A question for myself and for all of us. I wanted to know if our hybrid children are made from our sperm and our eggs. So I've been able to connect to 2 hybrid daughters, and I'm still a little confused if my eggs were taken, if I was physically taken, or if this was done astrally or in a spiritual way. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yes, we understand the concept, and what we can share with you is this, that each different race that connects with hybrid children are different. Some will use sperm and eggs, some will use DNA, some will connect yourself as you are in your higher dimensionality. Understanding that you are all multi-dimensional beings, that a part of you exists within the dimensions or densities above you, that you are now in 4th density and you have 1 in 5th and 1 in 6th. And that part of you is accessible to these entities. They exist within the plane of creation or the plane of vibration in which that part of you exists. And yes, they are able to access that both energetically and physically. Although it does not appear to be physical to you, the 6th density is physical for us. So as I am traipsing about through the 6th density, all the things that I experience are just the same as the ones that you are experiencing in this room this evening. Your body also exists there. That physical body is taken and connected to, and either DNA or sperm and eggs are taken out. But within your own experience, the hybrid children that you are directly speaking of, it is DNA that is taken from the higher density self, the 5th density consciousness. So it is not anyone taking you out of your room at night. There is no abduction that is happening in that essence. But if you were to vibrate yourself within the 5th density consciousness, either in sleep state or meditative state, you would be able to meet not only your hybrid children, but also the entities that are connecting to you to create them. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Ardeth. I'm Blake. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yes, greetings to you also.
I'm trying to figure out how to form this question. It's part personal and part hopefully relevant to the group, but my ego is trying to figure out a way to kind of come to terms with the term healer, because I have not yet accepted that I am a healer or comfortable in saying that, but it's things that I feel comfortable in saying that I know I have healing capabilities. And I was wondering if you might be able to recommend certain things that could be done to sort of put that into practice and sort of put my healing tendencies in practice, and what you might recommend for me personally to do that.
Yes, first of all, we wish to ask you a question, if this is acceptable.
Yes.
Please repeat after us. I am a healer.
I am a healer.
This is the first step. You must admit what you are. You are only what your conscious thought process allows you to be or believes. That question that we wish to ask is, can you feel your own healing ability?
Yes.
Then you have this concept already. Now we understand the mindset of humanity often goes with thinking and feeling and thinking and feeling and playing that tug-of-war game. It is a very difficult one from what we understand. So what we suggest to you, take the feelings, the part of your intuition that knows that you are a healer, work with that. You can work with it in meditation. That part of you that feels you are capable of healing, bring it to the surface. Right now, if you are feeling your throat chakra, if you are feeling your heart chakra, place your hands on them. Start vibrating with your voice. That energy you are able to feel. Continue doing that. Work upon vibrating the parts of your body in which the chakras relate to. Remember what that feeling feels like. Remember it. Take it. Place it into your own personal security vault of mind and heart, and allow that to be revisited at all times. Once you are able to finally feel that part of you that knows, let go of the label of having capabilities of healing and accept yourself for what you are. This is difficult, and we understand, but the repetition, the feeling, the emotional bringing, those are the keys that will help you bring that to a more intimate setting. And we thank you.
Thank you.
Can I ask Treb a question?
Treb or Yitani is not connected in this moment.
Okay. I was going to ask, like on the Vatican emblem and the Vatican seals, they often show what's called a black Moor head, like an Ethiopian type person. And I'm wondering, what's the connection? Why do they spend so much time and concentration on putting this image together? What exactly are they trying to relate to the viewer?
Yes, first of all, understanding that symbolisms have existed within your own race for thousands of years. They are often meaning different things, but there is a great negative connotation behind this concept. Although most look to religion for positivity, and although the very beginning of religion was meant to share passion and excitement and empowerment with one another, it had turned for use of control in the symbols with him. Now we understand your excitement is to look deeper than the veil of what is happening with you. We understand you like to look into the concepts of why people believe that they can force others to do whatever they desire and to keep them under their thumb. But what we suggest to you is that by focusing on that, you are creating more circles, and you understand that you have come to many close calls with your own physical safety, with your own well-being, so to say, in order to find these truths. But what you have done in our perception is by placing your focus into those concepts, you have brought about that energy right back to you. The universe is a very giving entity in that way. You ask and you shall receive. And when you ask to find what is behind these dark people, the dark energy comes right back to you. And this we understand you are seeing in great levels. You understand to place excitements and remove your fear. We are not saying you should not look into it if it excites you, but what we are saying is the continuation of those symbols will come back to you if you continue to place your energy there. Find what it means to you. Find what the symbol means. Try to make a positive connotation when it comes to that idea and symbol. Then you will find not only a new meaning for it, but you will find a new meaning for what the overall purpose of your desire to look into it was in the first place. And we thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ardeth.
Yes.
Hi. My question is, how can we how can I best serve the incoming generations of children of light beings here in this time and space?
Yes, first of all, what we can share with you is this, that by existing you are helping all others around you, and we wish to share with you the mechanics of how vibration works from our perceptions. When you are standing in the middle of the room and you are excited about sharing your love, about teaching the younger entities around them, then what you are doing is sending ripples of vibrations out, not only in vibrational pattern as a stone in the water, but you are also linking to the earth. When you receive energy from the earth, it goes into your heart chakra and goes out simultaneously upwards and downwards. So you are releasing energy back into the earth to give to other entities upon the planet, but you are also allowing it to leave your crown chakra, which does the same in essence. As the crown chakra releases into the grid, it connects to all other humans. So now your excitement is spreading perhaps like a very happy and positive virus. As it goes outward and it connects to others, you are helping them then and there. As you are placing your excitement and sharing not only your love but wisdom with all others, children are the most receptive. You understand that there are children who are very young age who have great amounts of resistance within them. You often wonder in your mind, what is it that could cause a child to be this way? Well, let us share with you. First of all, it is an experience, but secondly, they are vibrational learners. They do not need words. They do not need textbooks to learn. They learn instantly and directly from all of the entities around them vibrationally. So when they are around two parents who are vibrationally awkward, to say the least, in your perception, or if they are resistant in their vibration, it will transfer most directly to the child. The children are the greatest vibrational learners in the world. So just by being positive, by sharing that energy, by placing it in the grid and into the earth alike, you will find yourself being the greatest teacher of all, and nothing needs to be done. But if your desire is to expand more than just being a vibrational teacher, what we suggest is take what you understand, take what you have learned, place your energy into sharing it, either artistically or perhaps throughout your social media networks. By sharing that excitement and the knowledge that you have learned, it gives you the opportunity to both embrace sharing and embrace the own wisdom of your vibration, continuing it outward as a gift to the world. And all of you, each one of you who carries excitements, resistance, hatred, all of you are gifts to one another. And when you see the vibrational quality of yourself as it ripples outward, it makes it much more exciting to share what you are with the world. So we thank you for this.
Thank you.
Greetings, Ardeth. It's a pleasure to meet with you again like this.
Yes, it is a great pleasure for us also.
I have a question. Recently I've been having these energy surges in my body, and they're becoming more frequent, that they're physically jolting to me. Now, I understand that they're an activation and possibly a clearing, but can you give me a process that I can implement so that it's not so jarring to my physical body?
Yes, first of all, we wish to congratulate you for feeling your energy. We wish to congratulate you for activating your own energy and experiencing that jolting experience. Now, we understand it can be uncomfortable, to say the least. But what we can share with you to help alleviate you is first inform you what it is. That energy, as you've expressed, is not only an activation, but it is also an energetic upsurge of your higher consciousness. Now, we do not wish to get too technical into how consciousness works, but what we will tell you is that your everyday mindset, your thought processes that you share in each moment, that is what we would label your lower fractal consciousness. That is about 15 to 25% of all that you are. The remaining percentages are what we would call your higher fractal consciousness. And this is the part that you activate in your sleep. It is the part of you that connects to your dream state, to your archangels, to your guides. That is the part of you that is always connecting to other energies. It is the part of you that knows how to connect to the Oversoul. So what you are experiencing is your percentage of your lower fractal consciousness is raising. And that is for all of you. What transferring from the third density consciousness to the fourth density consciousness is a higher percentage integration of your higher fractal consciousness. You are bringing that higher fractal consciousness into the lower fractal consciousness, and you are feeling the ripples of energy outward. So what we can suggest to you by working with this is work in your heart chakra. Place an awareness upon that. If you desire a very specific meditation, we will give you one.
Please.
First of all, as you are breathing, this is always the greatest importance, breathing in and breathing out, very slowly, very deeply. Breathing in your nostrils, filling both your lungs and stomach, and then breathing outward, out of your mouth, deep and slow and steady breaths. Do this, and as you are doing this, picture the color of green. And on your intake of breathing in your nostril, hold your breath for but a fraction of a second. And this is the only exercise we will share that idea with, because we never suggest to hold your breath. It is not allowing your energy to flow. But in this instance, it allows you to catch up energetically to the color portion of this exercise. So breathe in for a split second, hold, and as you are holding, you are picturing that color of green. This is what some call green breathing, and it allows you to release your anxiety and imbalance. As you are breathing out all of the excess energy, anxiety. So breathing in, hold green, breathe out, that is your anxiety. You will feel the bottom of your feet, the beginning of the bottom of your feet will begin to tingle. That is the energy leaving your physical body and going back into the earth, so it may be recycled via weather. But again, we do not wish to go too deeply into that concept. As you are doing that, you are breathing out, you are breathing in, you are picturing the color green, and after you are done, we need you to visualize your heart chakra. As you visualize, it is approximately the size of your fist. It is in the center of your chest. As you are feeling it, you are seeing it, you are feeling it as it pulses. You are seeing how the energy moves from it. And as you are seeing this, what we suggest to you is to place 3 triangles. The first one colored green, the second colored white, the third colored green, and place them superimposed upon one another in an upright fashion. So the bottom part is flat, the top part is pointed, and then you allow yourself for the triangles to sink in and to connect into the heart chakra and sink in. Now, why we suggest this, it is a very long explanation, but the simple one is this. The triangle is an energy that helps transform energy or transport thought process and energy from your higher self to your lower fractal consciousness. Placing that in your heart will allow the better communication and the ease of the jolting as your higher fractal consciousness is now beginning to integrate. And we cannot express enough. We congratulate you, all of you, for the integration of your higher fractal consciousness. Thank you.
Thank you. You're so loved.
You are loved.
Hi. This is awesome. Hi, I have a quick question about being able to determine and decipher positive and negative, or type 1, type 2-ish forces, because I feel like that's a big portion of why I am not channeling, because I'm afraid from religious programming from a kid of channeling the devil, or, not that there is a devil, but, that whole exorcism vibe. And so I don't let myself receive anything because I'm afraid of it. So how do you basically only let the light in and push out the dark, or something like that?
Yes, first of all, we will give you the definition in our perception of type 1 and type 2. The type 1 entity are the ones that come into your existence knowing that they are connected to all that is. They feel, they experience, they express themselves as if they are connected to all other things. They see the value in you because you are a part of them. They see the value in themselves because they are a part of you. So in that expression, it is a complete knowing of oneness. They also look above them for inspiration, energetically, dimensionally. They look above them. Then they also look below them to distribute the newly found inspiration, love, and information down to those below them. They are a circuit in the board, so to say. They allow energy to flow through them. They do not ever connect to the concepts of stepping in the way of your free will. That is a type 1. The type 2 entity is a spectrum of different energies, and what we will express is first the definition in the spectrum. The definition, those who do not fully see their oneness with all that are. Usually they are only looking below them energetically or dimensionally in order to impose their will or to stand over those below them. They never look upwards for inspiration. They do not mind stepping in the way of your free will. Now, this sounds very frightening and very scary for many of you, but let us assure you, there is a great spectrum within the type 2 energy. There are those who are malevolent, those that you have called the ancient reptilian entities that have, perhaps in your mind, plagued humanity. And in that essence, it is the most malevolent of energies. It is the one that will step on you rather than look at you, or perhaps throw you out of the side to make their life easier. But there is another side of the spectrum for type 2 energies, and the type 2 energy can be a very loving being. It can be a group of entities that love humanity so wholly and so fully that they will go to war with another race to protect you. Now, that does not sound very bad to some of you. It sounds that they are loving enough to protect us, and they are helping us, and they are doing, but they are also stepping upon your free will. They are also determining that you are not strong enough to create your own reality, and they will impede, they will impose their own concepts. That is the definition. That is the difference. Now, when it comes to channeling your fear of what you are bringing in, what we can tell you is this. We use the ancient reptilian energy as an archetype in expressing this concept because to most of you, they are the worst, the biggest, baddest, and scariest ones in town, and in your minds, they are the absolute hardest, perhaps. We are not thinking of the word, but often your sports people jump over them. Hurdle, yes, this is the word. So it is often the biggest hurdle to go over. Now, as you are experiencing these ancient reptilians, you believe that they are the very worst to deal with. They are 6th density on their way to 7th, but not if they have anything to do with it themselves. They are the largest energies, and now a way to move them, now a way to beat them. Some of you believe they cannot be defeated or beaten. They cannot be bypassed. They can always rule over you. But what we have is very great news in the way of this, that when you are connecting to your oversoul, which is a 7th density being, if you look at energy, what is higher is more, what is higher is bigger. When you connect to what you truly are, when you let go of your resistance, you are connecting to 7th density oversoul. And as we've expressed before, 7th density, much larger than 6th. So in that essence, if you wish to play those number games in your head, perhaps that can make you feel safe. But when you are aligned with what you are, when you are excited, when you carry the concept of doing something that excites you, and do it be damned, whoever desires to stop you or not, you will continue to do it. That is the energy that will only allow you to connect to positive energies. Your intent is one that is pure. It comes from love. It comes from excitement. The intent will weed out the negative entities. Your heart will weed out the negative entities. There are no such thing as negative entities attaching to you because you must fight them and because they desire to eat from you and all of these things and horror stories that many of you have heard of. Your vibration dictates your connection. It dictates your mindset. It dictates your creation in life. Why would it not dictate what or who you connect to? So in that essence, release the fear of concept. Release the fear of being not able to push down the energies that are too large for you. Let it all go. It is nothing but programming, and you are very aware of that in the wording of your questioning. So when you are looking at that concept, trust yourself, connect yourself, allow your excitement to dictate. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And we have our final question for the
Yes.
Hi, Ardeth. So I had a question about food allergies. Recently, in I would say the last few years, you hear a lot about people having wheat allergies, peanuts, things like that. I think I've developed something like that myself. But is there like an emotional component to that, like an emotional root cause?
Yes, there are 3 reasons for allergies in general. One of them is a vibrational resonance with the food itself. You express the concept of peanuts, you express the concepts of wheat. Those are beginning to be demonized within your collective consciousness. They're beginning to have processing that is not perhaps healthy. So some people or parts of your collective consciousness believe that they are negative by association. So that is one reason that your energy will not allow you to co-create with that. The second is your past lives. Many of you carry incarnations where things have happened, whether it be in proximity of a wheat plant or proximity of a peanut, and caused some bad experience in your life. Perhaps you were a peanut farmer and you were crushed by an ox, and this scared you a bit. That can carry over, and we are being drastic, but perhaps for fun's sake. Now, when you are looking at the third concept and the third ideal, that is just that you have not desired to connect with that food in this incarnation. There are many vibrations that are not fitting those of you who come from a higher vibrational start. Many of you have come here as what you would perceive as star seeds or entities from other creative and collective consciousnesses. And when you come, Earth is a very foreign place for you. Now understand, you all have a part of the incarnation cycle. You all, being human, are very human. But some of you have had very little in human experience. So rejecting the things that will not align with your energy makeup before your incarnation is often happening. That is what we can share with you for these things. We thank you.
Thank you.
And this appeared to be the last question. Is this correct?
This is correct.
What we wish to share with all of you before disconnecting in this evening, all things that have been expressed are very exciting and perhaps very fun for some of you. But to reiterate and not to bore you to death with it, but you are loved. And this is very important for us to say. It is very important in our perception for all of you to hear or ignore. You are loved. Thank you. We bid you adieu for this evening, and also greetings, Kalina. We bid you adieu.
Greetings, Ardeth. Good night. Oh, yeah. Welcome back, baby. Are you fishing with Treb? That's what we call it, Ruben.
Oh. All right, I take it went well.
Very well.
Well, tonight has been an amazing, amazing night, and I want to thank all of you guys for being a part of it. Some of you are coming back tomorrow, some of you aren't, but we're going to be here tomorrow, and we're going to